This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm Alright Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going viral or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Coming up on this episode, Brittney discovered something from Reddit this week that has blown our minds.
And on last week's episode, we were educational. For this week, we're going to get a bit experimental.
Ew, not in that way. Get your mind out of the gutter, doll. We're product testing today.
And the world's gone mad about the Roman Empire.
Yeah, straight men thinking about the Roman Empire. We tell you what our versions of the Roman Empire is. And a whole lot more coming up in this week's episode of High Scrollers. Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Miss Saunders. How you going, doll?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, going well. You know what? I'm in such a good mood. I'll tell you why. I had a lovely weekend. Went away to Port Stephens with the family. Yeah, it was Dad's birthday.
Nice.
And so we all went away and had a nice, relaxing weekend. Did a bit of switching off, you know.
Nice.
Don't usually get to do that very often. So I feel well rested. Although I did have a big sleep in today and was almost late to this recording, but that's all right. Oh. But I will say, God was on my side and I thank her for that, because when I was coming here, every single traffic light was green.
Oh, I love that.
How good is that?
I feel like as well, obviously I'm driving from Newcastle. Mm-hmm. So far, driving here and driving home, I haven't got stuck in any standstill traffic like once.
I think because you get here at a good time. Like you get here just after all the traffic. But I was going to say Port Stephens is like, what, 50 minutes from Newcastle, do you reckon? Like north?
You didn't even think to call in and see me on the way past?
Well, I didn't want to because the drive was so long and all I was thinking about the whole time was, like, once I got to Newcastle, I was like, Brittney does this every week. And you go back in the same day. Like, I was there for a couple of days.
And sometimes you're like, oh, I'm so buggered after that record. I'm like, fuck off, Matt. I have driven 2 hours. We've done the same work. And then I got to drive home. Yeah. And last week I called you when I still wasn't home. And you were like, are you still not home? I'm like, no.
And I reckon we're going to be on episode 40 of the podcast and still we're going to be talking about the fact that you drive so far for this.
I'm committed to the cause.
Yeah. Rate us 5 stars just for the fact that Brittney drives up and down each week. But anyway, I'm in a really good mood and I'm ready for this episode. Actually, I'm lying. I'm not. I'm actually not in a good mood.
Why?
Sorry.
What's happened?
Sorry. Let me kick off about this. I'm banning a social platform from today's episode.
What?
I'm banning TikTok from today's episode. We're not talking about TikTok.
I thought that's all I talk about though.
Well, too bad. Today, we're taking a stand and you will be standing in solidarity with me, Brittney.
Okay.
Because guess what's happened to me?
What?
I've been banned from TikTok.
Like your whole account?
No, I'm being dramatic. But here's the thing. Let me tell you the full story because I'm actually really upset about this. Like, it took a hit to my confidence almost in a way, which sounds ridiculous, but listen to the whole story. So TikTok has been, you can go live on TikTok, right?
Yes.
It's a big thing. Creators can get gifted, literal money. Like, there are people making millions of dollars from live streams and things like that. Mm-hmm. And there's all this drama in the live community and whatnot. I'm not a part of it. I don't go live on TikTok because in the past when I've tried to, I'll be on there for 5 minutes and 2 people will be watching. Whereas on Instagram, I can go live and 500 people are watching straight away.
Yep.
And so it's just a larger audience, easier to go live on Instagram. So TikTok's been really pushing creators lately, emailing us, at events with TikTok. They're coming up to us saying, you need to go live, Like, go live now.
Why is it? Is it because TikTok makes money off it when people go live and they get the gifts?
I'm not sure, but I think so. That's where my brain goes. But who knows?
Sense. Yeah.
So anyway, earlier this week, Taylor Swift played this game with the world. If you typed in Taylor Swift on Google, this little vault came up and then you had to solve this puzzle. And when 33 million puzzles were solved, she then released the vault tracks from her new upcoming Taylor's Version album 1989.
Right.
So that was really exciting. And so what I did was, because I was sorting it out by myself, and as I said in this podcast a couple of weeks ago, I'm a new Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie through and through.
Yeah, I feel you've brought her up every episode so far. Literally. Shout out to Taylor.
Yeah, but I don't know all the references, and there were a lot of puzzles that you had to work out with really niche references. So I jumped on live and did the dual camera thing. So it was on my face and also my screen. and I'm working out the puzzles with people on live, and like 500 people joined, which was crazy, and they're all gifting me, and I thought I was going to make heaps of money. Spoiler alert, 15 cents when I was done.
Oh.
But anyway, regardless, the point is, regardless of the 15 cents, I had the best time with everybody on that live, and I was like, wow, here we go. I finally found the power in TikTok live, and also I got so many new followers, and like, I don't know, it was just great. I really enjoyed it. So then later that night, I was like, okay, I'll go back on live again because I loved it so much today. And again, a few hundred people joined, and this was now at like 11 p.m. So I was like, still loving it. Everything was going right. And then it kicked me off, and the live ended, and I was like, oh, what's happened here? Well, this is where the drama starts. I got a strike against my account, banned from live streaming.
Forever?
No, for a little while.
Yeah.
I think the date is like I'm allowed back on in October sometime.
Right.
And the reason that they gave me that I'd been kicked off was for human trafficking.
What?
And performing non-consensual sexual acts of violence against people on my live stream. I was
Does this mean someone's reported you when you were live?
Yeah, I was sitting there talking about what I had for dinner. So clearly I'm not out here human trafficking and sexually assaulting people. But yeah, my theory is like someone's reported me. Like a homophobe has come across my video, gone, I don't like gay people, and reported me. And of course, if you get reported, your TikTok live will get taken down until they review it. I understand that. So I appealed my strike. I was like, sorry, not what was happening on that live stream.
Right.
TikTok upheld it. They said, no, this is correct. You were human trafficking. So,
fuck off.
So you're banned from live stream, and because you've appealed it, here's a strike on your account. And if you get another strike on your account, you'll lose access to things, and your account is like in jeopardy of being taken down. So now I never am going to go live again on TikTok because that's so risky. Like one more report and my account could be gone forever, which is obviously like part of my job.
Do you, like, I was at TikTok the other week. Like, could you not email someone from the Sydney, or do you reckon they can't help?
So I don't really know how it works. I have one person who's a contact, but they're in a different team.
Right.
So it wasn't really their area of expertise. But I did message them, and then they passed on the feedback to the live team, but I haven't heard anything from them. And I don't know, even after all of that, I checked this morning. I still have a strike, I still have a violation, and I still can't go live. So after all that, Australia's biggest glamazon, All Right Hey, has been banned from TikTok, which means we are banning TikTok from this episode.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a challenge for you, but you know what? I'll help you out. We'll go over to Instagram.
Okay.
Our favourite app at the moment.
Yes,
love
my
Instagram.
absolute favourite. I spend most of my time on there, actually.
How's your broadcast channel going?
It's actually going really well still. Yeah.
Gorgeous. How fabulous. Now, we love Instagram here at High Scrollers. Everyone download Instagram. But I was seeing on your Instagram last night that you were asking about the AirPod Maxes.
Yes. Because I feel like I've seen everyone has them. It's always on everyone's ears on their Instagram Reels, in their day in the life videos on Instagram Reels. And I feel like I now want to jump on the bandwagon of the AirPod Max. And you've got a pair.
I have them. I have a pair. I actually brought them with me today. I think they're in the bag over there. I'll get them for you in a second. You can test them out.
All right.
But yeah, I'll give you my review. And for anyone else listening who wants a little review, I had a bit of buyer's regret with them because I didn't really test them properly. I thought for the $900 price tag,
you'd think they're going to be
exceptional.
Yeah.
I had the first ever AirPods that came out.
Yep.
And I had those all the way up until this year, until I bought these new AirPod Maxes. So I was due for an upgrade, and I just love Apple products anyway, so it made sense. But my AirPods were like lasting for like 12 minutes, and the right ear didn't even work some days. So I really needed the upgrade, and I thought I'll just do the AirPod Maxes like everybody, you know, and they were sold out for so long. So I thought it must be good. I don't know. The noise cancelling, not that good on them, in my opinion, not good enough. And I feel like the sound doesn't go loud enough. I don't know if that's just my years of being a DJ. I've done some damage to my ears.
Well, I feel like we all have. I was even just in my car driving here, and I had it on full ball, and I was like, this isn't loud enough. And I've got really good speakers in my car. But I think that's an us problem. Like, we should not be blasting our ears with the loudest music ever.
I know, but it feels good, doesn't it? Anyway, we don't recommend. Do you want to do a little test of my headphones?
Give me a go.
I'll get them for you.
This is my first time holding them.
Yeah, okay, put them on. Oh, I'll have to play some music for you. Okay, so.
I like the mesh thing on the top.
Yeah, same.
They feel squishy.
And then.
Is this volume, the little.
Yeah, I'll take you through that in a second, but you can pull off the ear thing, pull it off.
This bit?
Yeah. So if they get dirty, you can buy new ones, which I think is really smart.
Is this machine washable?
Oh, I doubt it. Okay, so pop them on your ears. Now, I think
Is there a left and right?
Yeah. It'll say on the inside.
Oh, yeah, in the massive letter in the middle there?
Yeah.
Wait, when I put it on the non-noise cancelling, I feel like I can hear you better than I can in real life.
Yeah, because that's active listening, so it's just going through a microphone and then feeding into your ears.
This sounds better than my own ears.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I need to get my ears tested.
I know. So I better play some music for you.
So am I putting it on the noise cancelling one?
We'll put it on noise cancelling.
Okay.
You can't hear me talking, can you? No, you can't hear me talking.
Is that as loud as it goes?
No, that is. How do you feel about that?
It makes me want to do a singing challenge and I'm going to sing really bad.
What song? What song do you want me to put on and we could do that?
Okay.
Here we go.
Turn it up.
That's up. That's as loud as it goes, babe.
Baby, can't you see? I'm calling a guy like you. It's dangerous. I'm falling. Was that good?
No.
Okay, your turn. I'll pick one for you.
Okay, now I'm putting the headphones on. Brittney's going to choose a song for me. Oh my God, I love this song. Oh, yeah. Hush, just stop. There's nothing you can do or say. Bye. Do I sound good?
Yeah, really good.
So anyway.
So my overall thoughts of the AirPod Max, I'm not buying them. Sorry, Chae. I know Chae loves them.
Did I ruin it for you?
Well, I just think like they're pretty
novelty,
good.
Isn't it?
They're
more
pretty
of a novelty.
good. They feel comfortable. They look cool. But I think for $900, I would want them to be louder and have more bass.
No, I totally agree. So we've got to the bottom of that. Look at that. We are doing experiments on this podcast now.
Yes, we really are. Last week it was a bit educational. Today, experimental.
Yeah. What do you call it? Like, it's not market research. What are we doing? We're product testing. We're doing product testing on this podcast. We are doing everything for you.
In conclusion, after product testing just now, because we're product testers.
Yes.
They look cool. I feel like that's the big selling point for them.
Oh, yeah. When I wear them, like, I feel rich. Like, I feel hot. I feel like nothing could stop me.
The other thing as well, like, I want them to be louder, which you said as well. But then my thing is, especially when I'm walking, I usually take, like, one out of my ear or, like, only have one ear because I'm scared when I'm walking if the music is at full blast and I literally can't hear anything else around me, that someone's going to come up from behind me and grab me, or like a car is going to come crashing at me and they're beeping and I can't even hear them.
I almost got hit by a car last week. I was walking and actually it wasn't even a car. It was a delivery driver on a little scooter.
Oh, same thing.
But I just like walked out onto the road and it's like a road that never has anyone on it. So I just walked out and, you know, little lady on a moped with a delivery bag on the back.
Nearly took you out.
Couldn't hear what she said to me because I had my noise cancelling headphones on, but I'm sure she was swearing. Well, as most of you should know by now, we start every week of the show with our Royal Flush, which is the best thing we've seen on the internet and we think you'll love as well because the Royal Flush is the best hand you can get in poker. And obviously we're high scrollers here, so we're all about casino themes. We're teaming with the theme, Joel. My Royal Flush of the week, very quick and easy one. Kylie Minogue's released her new album, Tension. And let me tell you, a couple weeks ago, I was saying that the new era, I wasn't fully convinced on it. I love the era. I love the visuals. I love her aesthetic. I love the red hair she did. I love all of that. Mm-hmm. But the actual music, I was like, this is so different for Kylie that I just don't know whether I'm vibing with it just yet. Anyway, the Tension album dropped on Friday. I stayed up till midnight to listen to it. I listened to it from start to finish and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Is it a no-skip album? I don't know. There's one song on there that I'm not really vibing with. It's Story, but also could be a grower, you know, and it might be a no-skip album for me because I love it. And whether you're a Kylie fan or not, I feel like everyone but Shazza will love this album.
Maybe I'm going to have to play it in the warehouse for her.
Yeah.
The whole album.
But, see, maybe you need to do that, but not let her know that it's Tension and see if she says, oh, this is a good song.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Because I reckon she will. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this episode first.
She won't.
Yeah, okay, good.
They have been playing the podcast out loud in the warehouse sometimes.
Yeah, we've already spoken about this. Yeah, we spoke about this on week 2 and I said, shut it down and put headphones in and because we need each person to listen. There's no sharing here, okay?
No, we're all for ourselves.
Sharing is not caring, evidently, okay? So put your headphones in and everyone needs to, you know what I'm doing.
Never listen to this podcast with a friend.
No.
Or listen to it, but have your own headphones on your own accounts.
But you know what I've been doing is listening on Spotify, then I go listen on Apple as well.
Nice.
Get the listens
You're
up, you know?
helping the cause.
Yeah, of course. So that's my Royal Flush of the Week. Kylie Minogue's Tension album. Best thing I saw on the internet this week. And I think you'll love it because it's really fun. And if you're ready for a dance, like
I'm going to have to listen to it on the way home.
A bit of a bop.
How long does the album go for?
I think it's like 45 minutes or something.
So I can listen through it twice on the way home.
I think we did 3 times to Port Stevens on the weekend. So
nice.
yeah. Love Train is probably my favourite. One More Time is really fun. I will say she's trying to be Ice Spice or something. She's trying to be a bit of Doja Cat in there.
By the way, how old is Kylie Minogue?
55, doll.
Fucking hell, she's
What else do you want to know about her? I know all the facts.
But the fact that she is 55 and like still full going, coming out with an album, doing concerts.
Yeah.
Like imagine Shaz doing this.
I know. Like, this is
Shaz, stop hating on Kylie because she's out there doing the most.
Exactly. Thank you. And I just feel like if you don't like Kylie Minogue, you're the problem. Because seriously, she doesn't make music that isn't enjoyable for everyone. You know what I mean? Like I understand like some people might not like Cardi B because they don't like rap. Yes. Or like some people might not like, I don't know. Adele because they don't like slow songs. But like Kylie Minogue is pretty middle of the range where like you just can enjoy some of her music at least.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's also very non-problematic. Like there's never a scandal. She just stays in her own lane. And if you try to take her down, Kylie Jenner, she'll sue you and win. So, you know, she's a queen. And did you know she's also the highest selling Australian artist of all time?
Wow.
So give her some freaking credit.
She's had an amazing career. I've actually just been rewatching Kath and Kim again. It's just that show that I'm like, I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, me too.
And she's in that and so young and like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
She's had an amazing career.
Yeah. Okay, your Royal Flush of the Week, please.
Okay, so my Royal Flush is something that I have learnt that I feel like a lot of people will know what I'm talking about and may not have known. I learnt on Reddit that, you know the show Round the Twist?
Yeah.
Did you watch that growing up?
Yeah.
Iconic. Did you know how it's about the dad and the 3 kids?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that in the time that it was on, there was 3 different families playing those characters?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, but they were the same characters?
Yeah, but there was like a cast of 3 different sets of actors playing that family in the time that it was on.
Surely not.
I've got a picture.
What, and there were like 3 different seasons and different families each season?
I don't know about like seasons or if they just all stuck to the same season and show, but I've got a picture here.
Oh my goodness, this is so random. So I'm looking at a photo for those listening at home, for all our scrollers. I'm looking at a photo of the 3 casts. But what's weird, Brittney, is
the dad the same in the first and the second?
Yes, he is. But my thing is I don't recognise those first 2 families. The only one I recognise is the third family down the bottom. They're the Round the Twist family.
I recognise all of them, but I never put 2 and 2 together that like they were different people. I think the first family was the best. So my thing with this is it's a discovery. Sorry, I thought my throat's going to make a weird noise. And is this one of those Mandela effects?
Sorry.
I told you it was going to make a weird noise.
What was that? Honey, Alien vs. Predator happening in your throat right now. What was that?
I could feel it coming.
Sorry, keeping that in the podcast, Chae. Thank you. That is so fucked up. Anyway, first of all, it's Mandela effect.
Oh, Mandela. Sorry, not Mandala.
It's Mandela. I know, I got it wrong once too and got roasted for it on the internet. But yeah, it's Mandela effect because people obviously thought that Nelson Mandela died in like the 80s, which I thought that he did. And then I think he actually died. I'm all about a Mandela effect, but also the one that got me that I learnt this week that actually blew my mind. Because a lot of Mandela effects, I go, no, you know, like I just think that that's how it always was and people are just cooked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the one that got me this week is how do you spell Looney Tunes, the tunes in Looney Tunes? How do you spell it?
Tunes.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What did you think it was tunes?
Yeah, Toons.
No, tunes.
Yeah, I know. But then I thought there was Toontown at Movie World.
Oh, and was it spelled Too?
Well, I thought it was Toon, Toontown. But then I'm like, then I tried to Google Toontown and then nothing comes up from Movie World.
It's a place that you've made up in your
doesn't
head.
exist. Well, that's what I don't know. Like, and then I'm like,
I've
have
never
I made
been
my
to
own
Movie
Mandela
World.
effect?
I've never been to Movie World.
Oh, well, bloody hell, love, we're going on a trip. We're going to ride the Superman Escape. You've not lived. I think Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo coaster, which I cannot believe you've never ridden in your life because that is...
I hate scary things.
That is a canon event, riding the Scooby-Doo coaster.
I hate anything scary. So do you know this about me?
It's not scary.
Is it spooky in any way? Does it scare you a little bit?
No.
Okay, why is it called Spooky Coaster then?
Have you seen Scooby-Doo, the movie?
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It's really not a... It's like the Wild Mouse, but indoors with all the lights off and lasers going everywhere. It's like a disco. It's fun. And like Blink-182 or Simple Plan or someone is singing the theme song. It's really fun.
Okay.
And, I mean, there's like monsters going... Meh, like animatronics going... Meh, and it's like not scary at all.
I went on the Harry Potter one at Universal in LA, but the virtual roller coaster.
Which is one of the best rides to exist.
I was shitting myself and had my eyes like this the whole time.
No.
I hate scary things.
This is like really disappointing. This is disappointing.
Okay, well, do you like scary movies?
I don't like scary. No, I hate scary movies. But I like thrillers, but I don't like jump scares. So like Final Destination, I love. They're my favorite movies ever. Final Destination. Have you watched those?
So do you want to know a fun fact about me?
Yeah. I guess I'm going to have to figure it out anyway. So tell me.
So when I was in primary school, had a sleepover at one of my besties' house and we watched 2 scary movies. This is like year 4 probably. We watched House of Wax with Paris Hilton in it, if you remember that movie.
I've never seen that, yeah.
So old.
Yeah.
And we watched one of the ones with like Mike Myers, how he has the mask. And
Oh,
he's,
yeah,
like,
Halloween or something.
Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, okay.
Watch those 2 movies. They were like the first 2 scary movies I'd ever seen in my whole life. I shat myself, obviously.
Really?
Couldn't sleep that night. Like, I think all of us were shit scared because we would just watch them ourselves late at night with all the lights off in a sleepover club. Since then, I have never, ever, ever watched any kind of scary movie of any sort, whether it's thriller, gory, jump out at you, anything. Even I haven't seen the Scary Movies.
Oh my gosh, they're not even scary.
But that's how much I hate scary stuff.
I've
never been
new. I've never known this about you.
I've never watched a scary movie since then. Never seen like any movie you could name that's scary or has blood in it. I've never seen it. And also, as a kid, I've never gone on any spooky coaster or any haunted house or anything because I've been so scared ever since then.
Okay, so first of all, you need therapy. Second of all,
why would you intentionally want to be scared?
No. Here's the thing. As I said, jump scares, not interested.
Neither.
Not interested in the quietness and then like the jump and you're like, jump out of your seat. No. But like Final Destination are some of the coolest movies I've ever seen. And I love Saw as well, which is so random where they got to chop off their own arms.
Like a movie about hospitals.
So you're like Grey's Anatomy is too scary for me.
No,
sorry, on the scare level of how scared you are in life, Grey's Anatomy's on out of 10, is it?
I've never watched it, so I don't know. But even if it's like an operation show or like ER or
so you're
all
thinking
those...
botched is horror.
Yes, I can't watch that. I can't look at blood.
Do you like pimple popping videos?
No, hate them. Hate them.
This is blowing my mind and I didn't know this about you.
I need to know if anyone else out there is like me. I can't stand pimple popping videos, anything gross. Like blood, pus. If someone's broken their arm, can't look at that.
But what about if like I like tripped over right now and grazed my knee?
That's okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like being sliced open or whatever that I can't look at. Or like blood coming out or...
See, I don't love that.
No.
I watch Saw for the storyline. Like,
but isn't
genuinely.
That people getting fucked up?
Yeah, it is.
I can't watch that.
But it's like the storyline is really like kind of genius.
Right.
Well, it was to begin with, then it got a bit weird. Final Destination is so cool. Do you know what Final Destination is about?
Is that people dying in extreme ways?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it. And I've heard like the logs come off the back of the truck
see,
and
like
smash
these
people.
are core memories for me
these
are core memories for me that I think about so often, but you
Never.
I've
never seen any of those.
This is blowing my mind.
My sister's partner is a fiery and I have no idea how anyone could ever do that job.
Well, one of my friends that I go walking with is a paramedic and he actually has been telling me some stories from his time just the last couple of weeks. Like each time we go walking together, he's got a new story of someone who got like, decapitated on the toilet and all this craziness happening here in Sydney. And I'm like, I haven't even heard about this. Like, it's not on the news or anything.
Anything scary or gross, not for me. If you forced me to watch a scary movie, I would block my ears and shut my eyes and go la 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 the whole time.
Brittney, I'm not even kidding. Like, I think we need some exposure therapy here, and one day we're just gonna play some scary movies on the screens here in the studio.
It's not for me. Is that all right?
No. It's not, because I get if scary movies are not for you, but what's alarming is the Grey's Anatomy and the Botched. Like,
I've just never watched those shows because I get grossed out. Or if I'm watching a movie and then all of a sudden there is a medical scene, I'll look away and tell AJ to tell me when it's over.
Okay, so same sometimes. Like, I find like if they're like got the scalpel and they're cutting them open.
Yeah, that's gross.
I look away, can't deal with that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's quite extreme for you to never have watched even a thriller where you're just on the edge of your seat going, what happens next?
I like literally go like this.
You know that movie Hush, you wouldn't have watched it, but it's the movie Hush where she's deaf. Which isn't funny. Sorry, that's not the funny part. That's not the funny part.
I'm like, why are you laughing?
But she's deaf in the movie. And so then this man is like stalking her outside. And I can't remember what happens, but he's got like a mask on and he's outside the door. So she's deaf. And I knew that before I watched the movie.
Yeah.
And I put the movie on and there's no talking or anything because she's deaf, so she can't talk. And I don't know. Anyway, it was 45 minutes into it. And like it was just dead silent, and like there's no, because she's deaf. I was like watching no sound at all, and
there's
I'm going,
no sound in the whole movie.
Yeah, because she's deaf. So I was like, right, we're experiencing what she's experiencing. This is so clever. And then I positioned myself on the lounge and hit the remote.
Fuck off!
It was on mute the whole time.
Fuck off!
I'm sitting there going, this is genius. It's all silent because she's deaf. So, you know, they're making it out, you know, I'm experiencing what she's experiencing. No, I just had it on mute by accident.
But it worked.
Yeah, I know.
It still worked.
I was fully immersed.
Speaking of things that we think about regularly, by the way, whenever I say that word, like everyone says regularly. It's regularly.
All right. Thank you for the grammar lesson. Continue.
How do you say that word?
Regularly. No, I need to say it in a sentence because
Okay,
now
go.
you've thrown me off. So let me think. I go walking regularly. No, regularly. Regularly?
It's the weirdest word.
I can't even know. I don't even know how I say it now. I'm going to have to think about this. And next time I say it, I'll send you a voice message.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, speaking of things that we do think about often, I'm going to change up the wording there.
Constantly.
One thing that I've seen, and I'm not on TikTok because we're not talking about TikTok.
No, we're not. So
but
you've seen this on Instagram.
On the internet.
Oh, okay, just on the internet.
So obviously, I'm sure you would know, everyone's been asking their partner on the internet regularly, how often their partner thinks of the Roman Empire. And if you don't know what it is, just to give you some context.
Did you just hear that?
What the fuck?
What just happened to my I'm not kidding, a demon just erupted from all the way down in my stomach, up my throat and out of me.
Nice.
I'm so sorry if you hate burping to all our scrollers, but like, we've got to leave that in because you had a weird stomach thing. I've had a weird stomach thing. We've all got weird stomach things.
Yeah.
My God. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so for context, on an app, not TikTok, everyone's been asking, it's mainly like females asking their male partner, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? And it's just videos of people's partners like genuinely answering the question, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? And everyone on the internet is, you know, all up in arms about it because they're surprised at how often straight men think of the Roman Empire, which I don't even really know what the Roman Empire is. Do you?
Neither.
Yeah.
No. But also, how often do I think about Rome? Kind of often.
Do you?
I think about the term Rome wasn't built in a day, you know.
How
I think about
often though?
Well, you know, often. Regularly.
Well, anyway, that was trending online. And now what is happening is people are saying, what is your Roman Empire?
Okay.
You know, what is the one really random thing that you maybe think of more often than most people would?
Have you asked AJ how often he thinks of the Roman Empire?
Yes.
How
he
often?
Said literally never.
Oh, okay.
But I'm shocked at how many men are saying like, oh, like maybe once a week, and they're full serious, or like daily. Like, why the fuck are they thinking of that so often?
I don't know. Like, I need Dr. Karl Stefanovic. No. What's his name? Dr. Carl. What did I say? Stefanovic. No,
Dr. Carl Stefanovic.
I need Dr. Carl, sorry, to do a science because I reckon there's like a patriotic the wiring in a straight male's brain.
To make them think of something like that.
To make them think of think of Roman Empire. It would have been very men heavy, men fighting men, alpha male, masculinity,
Yeah.
So I think it's something in their brain that makes them think of that. I don't know. Someone needs to do a scientific deep dive into that. But
Dr. Carl Stefanovic, if you're fucking listening, we need you.
No, don't. People are going to tease me for that. I'm going to get so many DMs. Hashtag Dr. Carl Stefanovic. Anyway, what's the question?
So my question is what everyone's asking now on the internet, not on TikTok, is what is your Roman Empire? What is the thing that you think of really often that most people wouldn't?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I saw yesterday on an app that isn't TikTok, a girl saying that the Titanic is the female equivalent of the Roman Empire for straight men. So do you think that? Do you think about the Titanic often?
I would say quite a few times a year, I would think of the Titanic, especially when just the recent event that happened with that submarine happened. Then I was thinking of the Titanic all the time.
I think about the Titanic kind of often. Regularly. I would say regularly. I would say regularly. So people on the internet are saying straight guys have the Roman Empire. Straight girls have the Titanic, and I think that the gays have Lady Gaga at the VMAs performing Paparazzi.
Really?
That is the gays and theys.
Roman Empire.
Roman Empire is Lady Gaga at the Paparazzi when she was bleeding, doing, she was hanging from the roof.
That was an iconic performance.
I know. How often do you think about that?
Only when it pops up on my app that isn't TikTok.
See, I'm saying all the time. I'm saying all the time.
But what's your personal, okay, so we've got categories. What is your personal Roman Empire? Is there something that you think about all the time that's just specific to you?
I have one which is kind of morbid, but it's 9/11. I think about 9/11. I want to say almost every day. I think that 9/11 is the most traumatic thing. And I was in year 1, so I don't know how old you are, but you're probably 6 or 7 years old. And I remember that day that I learned about 9/11 so clearly. I remember walking into that classroom and I hadn't heard anything that morning because it had happened overnight for us in Australia. And I don't know, my dad watches the news every morning, but I feel like he didn't watch the news, or maybe he saw it and he turned it off to protect us.
Yeah.
But that day for me is so traumatic and so full on learning about and trying to fathom how that could even happen. And yeah, I feel I think about that's my Roman Empire. Is I'm always thinking, and not even about the conspiracies and things like that, just genuinely about the actual it happening. I'm always thinking about 9/11.
Do you want to know what mine is?
Yes, please. I hope it's lighter than mine.
It is.
Scrunchies.
Scrunchies.
I don't know. What's yours?
Why would it be scrunchies of all things? I don't even use scrunchies. My Roman Empire that I think about weekly is Brittney Spears.
But what specifically about her? Because I think about Kylie Minogue every day, but that's not giving Roman Empire. Kylie Minogue at the 2000 closing ceremony of the Olympics.
No,
sure.
I think of Brittney Spears as if though I know her.
Besties.
No, and because I guess I'm reminded of her daily as well because I follow her on Instagram, see her dancing videos pop up all the time.
Yeah.
Go down the rabbit hole of all these potential conspiracies and whatever of everything that's going on in her life. But I think of her often, wonder what she's doing. I just wonder, with all these videos that she's putting out of her dancing and people try to figure out what's going on. I always think about her life and does she have any friends that are helping her, just because of how worried everyone is about her?
Yeah.
I think I'm worried about her.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's probably good that you have empathy for Brittney Spears. I actually don't follow Brittney Spears, so I don't keep up with any of that conspiracy or anything. I feel I'm a bit behind the times with it. I haven't been there from the start, so there's too much to catch up on, and now I go, I'll just wait for the verdict when everyone's settled on, when the conspiracy's been solved.
Yeah.
But you're right, because I genuinely will be in the shower washing my hair and I think, God, I would actually be really good friends with Kylie Minogue. If she knew me, she'd want to be my friend.
Didn't Dannii follow you the other day?
Dannii Minogue did follow me the other day.
So that's one step
she might
closer
be a scroller.
to you
Shout out
being
to Dannii.
friends with Kylie.
I know. I know. She must have heard that Shaz loved Dannii and she followed. But yeah, I know. My heart skipped a beat and I actually almost drowned because when she followed me, I was drinking water and the notification popped up that Dannii Minogue had followed me and I choked on my water and couldn't breathe for a solid 7 minutes because you don't understand, like the Minogues to me,
I wonder
babe.
what she saw on your Instagram that made her go, I'm going to follow him.
I don't know, but it freaks me out.
You need to DM her and ask.
I don't want to think about it. I'm sweating. I now have underboob sweat because you've just brought that up. Like I'm actually lactating a little bit, I think, because I'm not kidding. Don't talk about the Minogues in front of me. Like I love them. And the fact so I commented on her photo, but I always comment on her photos.
Right,
like
so she's maybe just seen your comment in this one instance and decided to follow.
Just decided to check me out.
Yeah.
And then followed me. Yeah, I know. Anyway, like that's as far as anything's going. I'm too scared to DM her or anything.
You got to play it casual, like, you know. You don't want to know that you're a fan.
Yeah, so
You're
true.
on the same level as her.
So true.
Yeah.
No, but she's absolutely gorgeous and I've got to keep it cool. I'm not cool right now. I'm sweating thinking about it. But yeah, but that's like still what blows my mind is like cool people who I like love.
Mm-hmm.
Just chucking me a follow on Instagram. Not that I want to name drop, but like TikTok's an even bigger one because I feel like people are actually more we're not meant to be talking about them. Oh no.
You fucked up.
Well, sorry, but I'm going to say this instead. Other apps on the internet, people are more inclined to like follow you because it's a little bit less like with Instagram. People
it's more personal when you follow someone.
Yeah, people on Instagram, like they really care about who they follow for some reason. Whereas like, I mean, I'm the same. Like I follow and unfollow people at the drop of a hat. Like, but I think on other platforms that we will not mention, there's like a little bit less of that. I don't know what the word is, but there's a little bit less of that. And so they will be more inclined to follow you. So I've got some huge celebs that I'm mutuals with. Ooh. And they'll even follow and then they'll send a wave.
Accidentally. Because it prompts you to send the waves when you follow someone.
I just ignore it. I freak out. I go, you don't understand like how much I'm freaking out that you are following me right now. I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah, like it blows my mind. Who's the most famous person that follows you? Surely someone huge follows you.
No,
I feel like people would have followed you. Like,
how do you find out?
I don't know. I think you just notice.
No one comes
like,
to mind.
I reckon someone random like Rebel Wilson or Melissa McCarthy or someone. I reckon someone like that follows you and you don't even know.
I'm gonna have to go through my followers.
We'll circle back to that one. But you don't think there's like a more specific event or like what about Britney Spears do you think about that's like so specific that you think about so often? Like, is there a moment?
No, it's like her in general. Like, I feel like I'm her friend.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I totally see that. I reckon like all my heroes, like not heroes, but like all the people that I like love, like I reckon, I used to think that Rebel Wilson and I could be good friends, but then now I think like we might not be actually. I don't know why. We might be. Who else do you reckon you'd be good friends with that's a celeb?
Do you think about this?
Yeah, I reckon Nicki Minaj would be besties, but I reckon Beyonce wouldn't want to borrow me. I'd be too annoying for her.
Yeah.
Gaga, I genuinely believe we would be really good friends. But I also feel like, you know, she's giving maternal figure. So it would be like mother-son relationship, me and Gaga.
I think about this too much because I feel like I'm the kind of person that will get along with anyone.
Yeah, but surely there are some people out there that would be like, wouldn't want a bar of you.
Yeah, probably heaps of people.
Who? Name some. Like if you met Nicole Kidman, do you reckon Nicole Kidman's getting on with you?
No.
What about Keith? Keith Urban.
Yeah, I feel like he's a
good.
happy-go-lucky guy.
Okay, I want to tell this story about this person, prominent Australian influencer. Okay, that's what we can say. Very prominent Australian influencer.
Yeah.
So I was at Arc Sydney one night on a Thursday night. And so Thursday night.
Is that a nightclub?
Yeah, sorry. It's a nightclub on Oxford Street, which is like the gayborhood here in Sydney. And Thursday night's a very family night. Like it's like, you know, the core kind of people from, I mean, anyone's invited, but like, you know, there's a lot of regulars on a Thursday night, at least back before the pandemic it was. Anyway, I go to the toilet and I see a credit card on the ground, and me being the person I am, I'm like, I'm going to pick that up and like hand it in or see if I know the person, because it's a family night on a Thursday. I probably know this person's name. And so I go to pick up the credit card, which I pick up and it is covered in a substance that is probably illegal. Pick the credit card up. I go, oh my God, I hope no one walks in and thinks that I'm the one using this. I turn it over and I see the name on the credit card. Oh, that's so weird. Like, why would that be here at Arc Sydney on a Thursday night on the ground? That's so random. So anyway, I was like, surely this isn't hers. Like, surely she's not here in this like random club on a Thursday. Anyway, lo and behold, I take it out and I go, I'll try and look for her. And if she's not there, I'll hand it into the bar and, they can figure it out, or I might send her a DM or something. We don't know each other. We don't follow each other. So, whatever. Anyway, sure enough, there she is at the back of the club in a little VIP section, which is so random because there's never a VIP section, but clearly someone sorted that out for her.
Yeah.
And I went over to the VIP section and I said, hi, excuse me. And like, she must have thought I was a fan wanting a photo or something. She was so rude. And I switched up my tone real fast because she was so rude to me and just went like, she just looked at me like, I've got no time for you right now and like, get away. I'm not taking a photo. That's just the vibe that I got, in my opinion. That's just the vibe that I got. So anyway, I was prepared to go up to her and be like, hey, like I just found this, here you go. And she gave me like that look and instantly I was like, oh no, bitch, I've just found your CC in the fucking toilet. So we're not playing this game. Also, the men's bathroom. So I don't know what was going on in there, but it's just in the men's bathroom. And because she gave me that look, my demeanor changed as well. And I went, found your credit card in the Dannii's, doll. Threw it at her. And she switched up real fast. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Gave me this big hug. And I was like, no, bitch, you can go back to thinking I was a fan wanting a photo and you can have a nice night. And I walked away. Oh, I just realised we didn't really talk about much because we went on so many bloody tangents.
I know. We've gone from one thing to the other and back again.
Yeah, around the world in 60 days.
But anyway, been great.
It has been great. It's so exciting. My pre-workout's finally kicked in, so I'm about to go for a run across the Harbour Bridge, love. Anyway, thank you so much, scrollers, for listening to today's episode. Make sure you subscribe and, of course, turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode, which we upload new episodes every Tuesday. And you are all so good at that. Like, everyone has already done that. I don't even know who I'm talking to, but for the 1% of you who haven't turned on the notifications or hit follow and subscribe and whatnot,
it's a notification worth turning on. And It's not like we're going to be spamming them. It's just once a week. Come on.
Once a week. That's it.
Also, don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave us a review. And by you listening all the way through to the end of this episode, you've actually just signed a legally binding contract and you are now obligated to leave a review. Otherwise, you're banned.
Hashtag entrapment. If you enjoyed today's podcast, tell a friend to join the High Scrollers Club. It's very exclusive, darling, but anyone can join. We do have unlimited memberships.
And make sure to follow us everywhere else if you want to keep up with our day-to-day lives. On Instagram, I'm Brittney_Saunders, and on another app, I'm the same. The app that we aren't mentioning today.
For me, just search All Right Hey, darling. Everything will come up. Anyway, Dal, better let you go. Oh, I think my stomach's gurgling again.